Hey everyone, welcome to Top Down Tech, where we take a look at tech from the top to the bottom. In this video, we're going to be talking about the ASUS Zephyrus M16. Now, normally I would be doing an in-depth technical review, but this time around, I decided I wanted to share my actual user experience as a normal consumer. So this review might hit different from all of the other reviews of the ROG Zephyrus M16 out there. Now, as usual, let's start off with the unboxing to give you an idea of what you could potentially get if you are in my area, and that's the Philippines. So for those who are watching this from a different country, you might not be getting the same contents in your package. Okay, so let me just get some of the technical stuff out of the way. Let's start off with the specs. The Zephyrus M16 that I have has a 16-inch WQXGA display with a 165Hz refresh rate, and it has all of the bells and whistles you can ask for in its price range, except maybe for an OLED display because this only has an IPS level display. It's powered by an Intel Core i9-11900H processor and an NVIDIA RTX 3070 that's a little bit underpowered at 80 watts but has a dynamic boost of up to 100 watts. It also has a 16GB DDR4 RAM that's soldered, but you can expand the memory up to 48GB of RAM using the extra RAM slot. Moving on quickly to the ports, I think most people who are considering this will be quite happy with the assortment of ports available. You have an HDMI, Ethernet port, a mix of USB-A and USB-C, plus Thunderbolt 4, which is something that I actively look for when buying a computer. And for creators, this has a memory card reader. This is kind of surprising for an ROG laptop, which normally doesn't come with one. Oh, and by the way, this also has a webcam. It's not good, but I'll take it. I mean, at least you can use it if you ever do need to make a quick video call. Alright, now that we have those out of the way, let's finally talk about everything that I love about the Zephyrus M16. First off, you have the build quality. It's just amazing. It has a soft touch coating that feels a little rubbery, and it tries to minimize smudges and fingerprints. Now take note, however, that the keyword here is minimize. You'll still see some smudges here and there, but it's definitely not as bad as your regular plastic chassis feel. It also has a bigger trackpad than your regular gaming laptops, and the keyboard is RGB lit, giving off that gamer vibe when you turn it on, but because of the soft touch coating, it feels like you're a stealth gamer. Now let's jump straight to its display. I was surprised that the Zephyrus M16 can actually tilt its display up to 180 degrees. I think this is the first time that I've seen this in a Zephyrus laptop, and this allowed me to take top-down shots while using it. Now, as to how you would actually maximize this feature, well, I'll leave it up to your imagination. And while we're on the topic of its display, this is something that you'll definitely fall in love with at first sight. It's not an OLED, but the colors and contrast are really the first things that stood out to me. It's punchy and the images are super crisp due to it having more pixels than your typical Full HD display. And once I started playing Genshin Impact on it at full graphical settings, that was it for me. I knew this was already a winner. Sure, it doesn't have the high-end 240Hz or 300Hz display from the more expensive Zephyrus models, but the 165Hz refresh rate on the M16 still managed to keep my eyes glued to it in astonishment. I usually play Genshin Impact on my ultra-wide monitor, but because the pixel density is much lower, it actually looks way better on the Zephyrus M16. It's Pantone validated, so it's already color corrected right out of the box. So whether you're gaming, watching videos, or maybe even editing videos or photos that require color accuracy, you can bet that the Zephyrus M16 will deliver in those aspects. Next up, when it comes to gaming experience, I had a great time playing for hours on end whenever I had a break from creating content. And just a quick reminder guys, this is not gonna be a technical review, so I didn't even bother taking down the FPS of each game that I tested. So this time I just focused on using the laptop for the games that I actually play to really enjoy it rather than just checking out the FPS. Now when it comes to thermals, if you play for several hours, the laptop really gets hot even if you're in an air-conditioned room. The exterior keyboard area consistently reached 50 degrees Celsius and the fans will instantly kick in really loudly once the system heats up. The GPU temperature hovered at around 70 degrees Celsius while the CPU temperature sat at about 80 to 90 degrees Celsius. So in terms of cooling, I know laptop manufacturers really put their best effort in terms of putting all of the best cooling features inside of their very slim design, but I think at this point, I'd say it's pretty much what we've come to expect from gaming laptops that come in a very slim form. And that is to say that it's really gonna get hot no matter what we do, even if we put all of the bells and whistles in terms of cooling inside of a laptop. I mean, it's just the limitation of the form factor of these gaming laptops. General performance wise, you won't find anything to complain about the Zephyrus M16. Everything just works so perfectly. You can tweak all of its performance settings through the ROG Armoury Crate program, and you have plenty of options to really customize its performance according to your preference. So if you're a newbie to the ASUS ROG brand, make sure to get yourself accustomed to the Armoury Crate so you can fully enjoy your experience with the Zephyrus M16. As for its battery, this can last you for about 6 to 8 hours at about 65% display brightness if you're gonna use it for just browsing the web and maybe some light document work. But once you push it to resource-hungry programs, expect a drastic decrease in battery uptime, especially if you're trying to game on it. You'd probably be lucky to get 1.5 hours while gaming on this. Now for those who want to travel light and don't want to bring the bulky power brick of the Zephyrus M16, lucky for you, you can also use a USB-C charger of up to 100 watts because this is capable of charging using power delivery. So overall, there's nothing too spectacular about its battery capability. I'd say it's pretty much on par with most gaming laptops available in the market right now. Actually, maybe the G series has better battery life on this. So if that is a big factor for you, maybe you might want to check out the G series from ASUS as well. Okay, so I think I've made the Zephyrus M16 sound like the perfect laptop, right? I mean, it has a great display, great performance, design and build are impeccable. It has Thunderbolt 4, a memory card reader, and even has a webcam, and the list goes on. However, there was one alarming thing that I noticed, and that's when I put the Zephyrus M16 on standby. So I put it on standby overnight and used it again the next day, and I noticed that the bottom part was warm. It kind of felt like it didn't really go on standby and that the whole system was still doing some work instead of going to sleep. I hope that it was just the unit that I had, but if you guys are experiencing the same thing, let me know in the comment section and maybe we can let ASUS know. But hopefully this can get fixed through a software update. So for now, if you have a Zephyrus M16 and you're not going to be using it for a while, please don't leave it on standby. Instead, just shut down the whole system. Now there's also the thing about the super loud fans, but at this point there's really no way around that for gaming laptops. In my opinion, if you really want proper cooling on a laptop, you'll just have to learn to live with the loud fans that kick in when you're gaming. So just like last year, the M series once again sits at the top of my favorite laptops. The Zephyrus M15 from last year was one heck of an underdog that was mostly overlooked due to the ASUS Zephyrus G series, and I think this year people should definitely give the Zephyrus M16 some serious consideration. Now, as much as I'd want to give you a concrete idea of what its current price is right now, the prices are always fluctuating, so I'll just leave the links in the description box where you can check out its current price. So hopefully it's on sale while this video gets uploaded or when you watch this video, because it's really a tremendous gaming laptop that gives you you great performance, a great display, and overall a great experience in terms of gaming, and whether if you're just gonna use it as your daily driver laptop. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell button so you can watch more videos like this in the future. That's it for today, guys. Keep safe and have a great day.